Check out woozymood.com for anything and everything collectibles.
Hello fellas, today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Swoop. If you have watched my top 10 Hasbro Transformers of the year, you do know that this guy actually made it into my top 10, again for Hasbro Transformers. But that is not to say he doesn't have problems. In fact, this guy has a ton of problems. Maybe it's just on my copy, just as I mentioned with my Jazz review. I don't know. If you know and you don't have these problems, hey, let me know down in the comments below, because I am curious and I haven't really taken the time to go watch anyone else's review on this guy. So, with that said, let us take a look at him, specifically his packaging, because that is kind of what is important. Well, not important. It's an odd choice of words, but regardless, there's a nice image of Swoop in his pterodactyl mode, looking very pretty. And it's a pretty typical box. Sides just have Volcanicus and stuff like that. The back, as usual, just shows his alt mode right there. And one thing you may notice is that his chest is red on the picture, unlike on the toy. It is blue. So, variant? I don't know. If you found one, again, let me know. And there is a biography of the character, and you can pause and read that if you choose to. So I really don't know what they're going to be doing with this whole red chest thing, because on the G1 toy, yes, it was red, but here he is blue. I don't know what's going on there, but something is definitely happening. Don't know what, but something's happening. Because I don't know, that's too much of a coincidence. Anyway, accessories. He comes with this. So his collector's card, Dinobot Swoop. Nice image of him, just like on the packaging. And then his tech specs, and he is something I can't pronounce. Amalgamous Swoop. Takes the form that strikes the most fear in enemies. Okay, one more to add to the collection, I suppose. Here he is. He's pretty, right? And he made it into my top 10, so I obviously love this figure. But as usual, his accessories, he does come with this, which acts as his, the hand for Volcanicus or whatever combiner you want it to be for. And he does suffer from that same thing where it's hard to take up fingers, but yeah, and that's where the Prime Master goes. Ugh. Yep. Fun stuff. Okay. And he does come with his signature red sword, which I really do appreciate. So here it is. Looking very pretty. Nice sculpting on that. I'd like the translucent plastic. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. As for the figure himself, I am going to scoot forward because my back hurts like a son of a bitch today. The head sculpt. I think it's nice. If you watch my top 10, you know this is one of the reasons why I love this figure so damn much. Let me bring it even closer if my camera can take it. But, there it is. Doesn't that look so nice? It's so G1 accurate. I absolutely adore it. You can tell he does have a slight tint of blue on his eyes, which I do like. The paint on his mouth, nose, and general face area is nice. The reflective silver, which also does reoccur on the sides. And his fin is well sculpted, just standard red plastic, but still very nice looking. So I really, really love this head sculpt. I think it's super beautiful. Absolutely love it. It's like it came right out of the TV show, out of G1 specifically, because that's what I keep tracing these figures back to. And I think I could say the same thing for the rest of the figure. It's very G1. Again, yes, this one does have the blue chest, and you can tell he does have decal stickers, which I personally like. They do have their problems peeling on the edges, and some of them aren't applied very parallel to whatever they're against, such as his head, or the pterodactyl head here. They are crooked compared to it, but still good. A lot of molding right here in the chest. I'm going to bring it even closer. A lot of molding, tons of detail, even on the arms. I do like this green paint, kind of breaks it up. This is ugly, I will admit. gapiness. I don't know what happened to the whole thing where there are panels that cover that, but I guess Hasbro abandoned that a while ago. Here are his wings, again very techy, which I do like. The original Dinobots were like that. And of course, just like any Swoop figure that you may come across, he does have a flat back, so that's pretty cool. There's a lot of detail there. Obviously the combiner joint and the legs. Again, really great detail. Nice glossy paint here on the crotch piece. There's some more detail there. Obviously his feet are on the front of his legs, which I think looks hilarious. And they do have nice silver paint and red paint. So, yep. And there's some more detail right there. And yeah, these are ugly. You could argue that they're here because of the combiner element, because you do have to accordion the legs inside. But again, panels. That's why panels were invented hundreds of years ago. So, don't ask me. This is here for the combiner joint, but technically if you find a stand that has a peg suitable for that port, there you go. So this guy's filled with detail. He has a lot of detail. You could tell whoever made this, the sculptors, put a lot of love into him, which is what I do appreciate. So, and I want to give you one whole look at him again. Give you guys standard 360. I just think he looks so amazing, and I may be praising this more than the other figures in the line so far, but I think this guy just came out the best. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And one thing I forgot to mention, the kind of the big thing on this is the transparent yellow bronzish plastic on the pterodactyl head and the decal. Is this a sticker? I think that's also a sticker. I honestly can't tell. But and a red mouth, and the teeth are they are sculpted, which is nice. So yeah. There he is, looking very pretty. As far as articulation goes, he does not suffer from it. He is quite articulated. So, starting with his head, it can move just a bit up and pretty far down. Can go right about that much. It is hindered by this piece here, and left that much. His wings, this piece can rotate, and he does have a joint right here, as well as at the very back, so you can position it however you like. I kind of like keeping it tilted to give it some style, but yeah, so there you go with that. The arms, so the shoulders are on a ball joint, so they can move forward and back, out and in. Do have the bicep rotation, a standard 90-degree bend, and I think it can go, no, it can't go back that much. And obviously the hands can move out and in because of transformation. And moving here. So the legs, again on ball joints, can move forward about that much. Back not as much. And he can do the splits, just make sure the wings are out of the way. He does have a thigh rotation and more than a 90-degree bend at the knee. And the feet can move forward and back, but no ankle pivot, which kind of sucks. It really sucks, but hey, it's okay. I would probably like to keep this guy in Dinobot mode anyway, so once I have the whole team at least. Right now he's just in robot mode, you know, permanently. Up until, again, I get the rest of the set. So, the accessories can be attached really anywhere. He does have ports right here and right here. Again, this is probably for Dino mode, so there you go with that. I'm trying to figure out where this thing would go on bot mode besides pegging into his hand. I mean, yeah, you can put it on his forearm, but it doesn't really go in all the way. It's very loose. I wonder if it's the same on this one. This one's actually tighter. So, he can have a really big hand on his hand. Okay. Now that we've established that, let us do some size comparison. So let's zoom out a bit. Alright, now let's see what I got around me. I guess let's just start with this Wind Charger. So, Wind Charger, again, Legends class, is about half the size of him. If you want to see him next to another Dinobot, who I actually just reviewed, here he is next to Slag, or Slug if you are a Hasbro employee. And if you want to compare him next to a Voyager class, since I already used all the Titans, or the Power of the Prime stuff in my last video, I will just show you him next to your typical Titans Return Voyager class. So I got Blitzwing here. So, again, like I said in my other video, technically they're not the correct size, but they're Deluxe class, so you shouldn't really complain. And we're going to move these guys out of the way. And I must say, you know, these two look really nice with each other. I'm going to move Windcharger out of here so you could just see them side by side. I think they look absolutely wonderful. Just want to get like a close-up image. And I think I actually may... Oh no, Grimlock's not in this room. I would have put him in this video, but he looks beautiful next to them. I can't wait till Sludge and Snarl come out, whenever they do, hopefully, again, in the next couple of months. Okay, Slag, time to go back and play with Optimus Prime down there. And please don't make that sexual in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that, people. Transformation. Very, very simple, even though I am more than likely going to struggle, because that's what I seem to do in most of my videos. You would start by straightening out the arms and folding in those hands into those gaping holes. Again, please don't make that sexual. I'm just asking for it, aren't I? Take the pterodactyl head and just let it settle onto the Swoop face, and then hold this black part down and push it up like that. One problem, this may be a QC issue on mine, this really won't peg in all the way. You could tell there are ports here and pegs right there, and it just doesn't go in all the way. It'll always pop out, which kind of blows, and this is very loose too, so... But again, it's not a big deal. The legs. Fold the feet forward and peg the legs together. You may want to do that as you bend the knees, just because it straightens it out naturally. Here you actually want to keep the pterodactyl wings as I have set them, because these little T's kind of want to match each other. So, and then you do have pegs which are shaped like said T's, and you align them and just fold it in. Okay, the feet, unpeg them here, and they peg onto the kneecaps, or the thighs rather, and the feet here are articulated so you can put them however you would want, but I'll get into that in a second. Over here, do I even remember how to do this? What do I? Okay, yes. So there is obviously a peg right there, and a port right there on his side, and you just lug those in. Can be a little tricky because you have to bend the elbows at a very particular angle, but eventually you get it. And he's done. I like to fold the feet back like that when he's flying. And there he is. I think he looks great. Again, I have a problem with the head, and it's super annoying, but he looks great. I can't complain about any aspects of this other than, yeah, some of the joints are loose. This doesn't plug in all the way, but hey, look at him. He looks great. I absolutely love him. Just get you a full... Can't really do a 360 with this guy on my turntable because he's in flight mode, but what I can do is flatten the feet and press the head forward, and I like to bend these, and there he is. Alright. Isn't he adorable? Now I can give you a 360. I think he's absolutely adorable. So if you did have the G1 toy, you know that this is obviously mirroring that, and this essentially is classic Swoop. And I love it so much. So we can move that down. Ugh. You see, I don't know what's with Power of the Primes, man. Like, that shouldn't happen. Come on, Hasbro. So I gotta keep it relatively closed. Not all the way, but some. There he is. I'm in love with this guy. And the accessories can go here. Where is an excellent question. Where can this stupid thing go? I honestly don't even see any ports for this. Well, ain't that something? Okay. Well, you know, regardless, I wouldn't use it. I really wouldn't, because I don't know. On a pterodactyl, you'd put weapons, seriously. Hey, unless you do that, hey, to each their own is my motto in my life. One thing I am curious about, because there are some pegs right here, if you can even see, on the inner thumbs, there are pegs. Where do those go? I don't know. Well, okay, I kind of see it. So there are holes right here, and pegs here. So I guess you can kind of, oops. Does it matter which way it goes? I don't even know why I'm taking the time to do this. Put the hands all the way down. Maybe push this thing up. I'm probably boring the hell out of someone right now, but I must settle my curiosity. Yeah, okay, there you go. So this does fit on his back. I don't know why you would have it there, but hey, it works and it fits well. Cool. Okay, I think we're done playing around with those accessories. Let's transform him back, and it's relatively simple. Unpeg the arms and rotate those biceps and put back the feet and unpeg the backpack. It's a little tight, actually. And then it'll naturally come apart, fold out the feet, and he can already stand and move the camera up and put that down. And finally remove the hands, which do lock once you remove them. So at least that's something. And he's done. And I must emphasize again that the wings you can put any way you want. It actually looks pretty good just straight, but I kind of like it like that. It looks nicer for this specifically. And to put back his sword and his thingy, whatever you would want to call this, it has returned to him, finally. Okay. There he is. And final thoughts. I like this guy, and I think you should pick him up. Is he the best in the line so far? At least out of the deluxe stuff? I think so. Again, at least out of the deluxe stuff, because when I get to reviewing that leader class prime, it's basically gonna beat most figures. So, yeah, pick him up. Build Volcanicus. And I said this in my slag review. Just the fact that we can get a Dinobot Combiner at retail, you don't want to miss out on that. And he is a good figure. Mine does have problems, QC issues, the line is suffering from that, but hey, it's this generation. Nothing you can do. As usual, please check out the Sanctuary on our Facebook community page, as well as our YouTube channel. And we actually just did a big live stream there. Definitely go check that out. Talked about toys for like 3 hours. It was pretty great. And we do have big plans coming for that channel. So stay tuned for that project. And of course, check out the content creators of the Sanctuary when you have the chance, all of which are linked down below in the description. And with that said, people, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment. Check out my site at SunSpotReviewz.wordpress.com, and I'll see you guys in my next video.